Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. As we prepare for today's collective, I just want to remind you guys how grateful I am for your presence and your support. Especially those of you who are subscribers. You know, I would not be able to do this without your support because subscriptions are my main source of income. So you guys are my MVPs. Thank you so much for being here. I am very, very grateful for each and every one of you, as well as those of you who send donations. Thank you so much. Those of you who comment, who share my posts and my videos, those of you who make sure to send stars or make sure that you're following my page or my YouTube channel, all of those things matter. So thank you so much for your support. That being said, let's get started. What's the energy for this collective? The energy for this collective. Darkness, Nyx. Okay, number 19. Let's see. Okay. This says the darkness is necessary. It is the place of possibility and rest. It is natural and beneficial to experience some cycles of darkness. You can illuminate your way through dark times. Not everything unpleasant is evil. The embodiment of the night is the goddess Nyx. She was one of the primordial or original deities emerging at the very beginning of the universe. Her fathers were Chaos and Orphanes, one of the oldest of gods. She fell in love with Erebus, darkness, and created Ether, which is light, and Hemera, which is day. She self-created the infamous three fates, the Morai, as well as Apate, which is deception, Dolos, nemesis, balance and retribution, the Keres, the Hesperides, Oasis, which is misery, Momus, which is doom, the Oniri, which are nightmares, Hypnos, which is sleep, Thanatos, which is death, Philotis, which is friendship, Geras, old age, Eris, strife and discord, and Charon, the ferryman of the underworld. In the Orphic tradition, Uranos, the god of the sky, was also a child of Nyx. She is often referred to as the Dark Mother in Greek mythos, elementally a first goddess who begat many other important deities, the Protogeros. As she is one of the oldest and strongest of the Greek deities, even the mighty Zeus is said to not provoke her. After angrily chasing Hypnos into Nyx's cave after being tricked by him and his own wife Hera, Zeus would go no further than the entrance. Looking at most of her progeny, it would be easy to think that Nyx is evil or that her darkness could have a negative judgment. Nyx should not be viewed this way. Winged and beautiful, Nyx is simply the night. No judgment on whether that is better than the day. Paradoxically, she creates light and day. She brings balance with Nemesis, Philotis, and the Keres. She brings rest with Hypnos and Thanatos. Nyx just represents the dark nature of how the world works. Interesting. So, let's put this aside and let's see how this deals with today's collective, okay? So, let's see. What's the energy for this collective? We start with the Eight of Swords. Judgment. Page of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Hold on. I think we're going to shave off one card from the last collective. I was doing 7. I'm only going to do 6. Nine of Wands. And remember, I only do what I'm intuitively led to do, so just go with it, okay? And the Queen of Wands. The Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the Moon. So we're very much dealing with dark feminine power, but remember, the moon is the feminine power. The female energy, the feminine energy, is darkness, whereas the male has usually been associated with the sun. So the Hierophant, we have an authority here. This Queen of Wands is some sort of authority when it comes to feminine energy, when it comes to dark energy. But how she deals with things is it's changing somebody's perspective. So remember in the past, any woman who had power in the occult was immediately labeled a witch, and a witch was a terrible thing. That's what you did not want to be. That would get you killed. That would get you persecuted. It would get you hunted down. Even to this day, when people are going after somebody en masse, they call it a witch hunt, because it was so established that that's what you did if somebody was a witch. And I feel like we're dealing with somebody who's witchy, because the Queen of Wands, out of all the queens, she is the occult queen. The Queen of Cups is known for her psychic gifts, for her visions. This queen is known for her work, which means she casts spells. She does things that makes other people uncomfortable, because we have darkness, Nyx, right? Remember, people were afraid of being her enemies, but it wasn't because she was this vengeful, evil goddess. People just knew that you couldn't mess with this queen. And I genuinely feel like she's changing somebody's perspective, especially when it comes to the occult. With the Eight of Swords, this could be somebody who was raised in a household where anything that had to do with the occult was considered evil. It was considered dark, but not in a good way. It was considered demonic, maybe. And that judgment is changing. Page of Pentacles. She's teaching people that just because she's connected to the occult, she's connected to the darkness, it does not mean that she's evil. With the Ten of Pentacles here, it could be somebody in the past used to think that this queen was possibly doing dark things and dark deeds to build stability, to build wealth. And that perspective is changing. With the Nine of Wands, they're starting to realize that her power comes from her hard work. Her power comes from the ability of not giving up, the ability of this is the wounded warrior. It represents someone who, they can take hit after hit after hit, and they're just gonna keep going. They heal their wounds and keep going. 10 Wands here, which means that they see this queen like somebody who takes a lot of responsibility for her actions, somebody who's not afraid to take on burdens, somebody who, honestly, somebody's admiring this queen. Let's see. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. Let's start there. Oh, well, it's reversed. Three of Swords. Okay, tell me about the Eight of Swords. Four of Swords. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. And the Movement of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Spirit of Pentacles. A King of Pentacles. So we have a King of Pentacles here who used to not see things clearly. They were very confused. Again, with the Eight of Swords, I think their limitations, their mental limitations, had a lot to do with how they were raised, what they were taught, especially with the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles is, the traditionalist, one of the traditionalists. But with the Nine of Pentacles here, this queen is the total opposite. Look at her. Flamingo, flamboyant, bright, stands out. They see her like something very unusual, something very this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I just have to say what's coming to mind. Almost like they're looking at her like, how you would put some sort of exotic bug under a glass dome and just watch it, because you're like, what is this? This is so cool. This is so different. That's how they're seeing this queen. So, Three of Swords reversed. I have a feeling that this queen has somehow helped this person step out of heartbreak. They've healed. They've helped this person heal. But with the Knight of Swords, this person might have, this might be a continuation of the collective. Because I feel like this person might have said or done something, especially with the 4 and the movement of swords being the 5. But altogether we have the 8. Wow. You know, I didn't get this in the other collective, so I guess that's what this collective is about. I feel like this person might have done something to hurt the queen, right? And they're a little afraid right now. I think this is the present. They are afraid she's going to do something to retaliate. And as time passes and they realize that she's just taking care of herself, she's not wasting energy on them or what they're doing, it's going to be part of what, because right now they're sitting in fear. They're scared of what she might do because they see her as the darkness, right? They don't want to be beef with the darkness, the goddess of darkness. But as time passes, so this could be months from now that this person finally realizes, wow, that queen didn't do anything to me. They have the power. They see her as somebody who definitely has the power to do something, and she chooses not to. Tell me about Judgment. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the Spirit of Pentacles, which is the King of Wands. Spirit of Wands. And, Heart of Wands. With the Innocence of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, so this, for some, this happened in the past, and now they're coming forward. And for some, this just happened now, and in the future, they're going to come forward. But this is a follow-up of the other collective because they're seeing her as, I don't think they had ever seen this, and I mentioned this in the other collective, but this adds more layers to it. They had never seen the dichotomy of knowing that there's a feminine that is powerful enough that they see her like this dark goddess, and at the same time is sweet and soft enough that they see her like this soft, squishy little thing that they want to protect. I don't think they'd ever encountered that. So they just assumed. They made a lot of assumptions because they had never met somebody who had such a multifaceted personality. So in the future, or now, somebody's going to come forward trying to offer something. And again, we said for some it'll be business, for some it'll be a relationship. But this feminine is responsible for this giant shift in their opinion of her because she's not reacting the way they expected her to react. And it's making them want connection with her. So again, for some, this will be a relationship. Some of them will want a relationship because they see her as, they find her so sexy. Queen of Wands coming out twice. She's so sexy to them. But it's not just that. This is their match. This is who they want to build with. This is who they want a family with. This is who they want to build a legacy with. So if this is a business connection, they feel like this is the perfect business partner. And if it's more than that, then this is both the perfect business partner and the perfect lover for them. What was this one? The page? Yeah. Okay. So with the Page of Pentacles, she's teaching them. Not only is she teaching them to not fear the occult, to not fear what's different, but she's also teaching them, well, let's see. Let's see what else. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. The Sun. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Ooh. Oh no, I dropped one. Hold on. It was two. Okay, but they were reversed. So 3 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Wands reversed with the 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Strength. This is definitely connected to the other collective because they really did something. They really did something almost that was an attack. You know how sharks are, so they're fast little fuckers. They did something to sabotage this bond they had. So either this was an employer who might have said something really hateful and the queen quit and went somewhere else. But she's teaching them. Okay, so a song is coming to mind. It's an old bolero called Contigo Aprendí, which means with you I learned. Let's see. By Armando Manzanero. So the lyrics say, Contigo aprendí, with you I learned, que existen nuevas y mejores emociones. Hold on. That there are newer and better emotions. Contigo aprendí, with you I learned, a conocer un mundo nuevo de ilusiones. To discover a whole new world of illusions. I learned that the week has more than 7 days. To count my blessings, to be grateful, I've learned with you. To see the light on the other side of the moon. I've learned, wow, that I would never switch your presence for anyone else's. I learned that a kiss can be so sweet and so profound that I could leave. Well, it's basically saying I could die now. Like I've experienced such joy, such happiness, I could die now. It's the expression, it's what it means. All the good things, I've learned them with you. I've learned that I was reborn the day I met you. Or I was born the day I met you. Hold on. I hit the wrong key. I already hate this website. It's no, don't do that. I chose the wrong website because all these pop-ups keep coming up. I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Let me get another website. Here we go. Okay, so this one says, yeah, that was it. That was the last one. I was born the day I met you. Okay, so that's what they feel. They feel like they are turning into a whole new person because of this feminine. They're seeing the world in a whole different way. They're seeing life in a completely different way. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't trigger them. Because having to unlearn certain patterns and behaviors is creating, it's like created a defensive energy, which they now realize all it did was destroy the bond they had with this queen. Well, they see her as their happiness. She taught them about true happiness. She taught them about how to display their masculine energy correctly. How to display their ego correctly. And they're also learning that not just anybody can build with this queen. That they gave up too soon, that they did not put in the correct effort, the correct amount of respect or energy, consistency. Let's see. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Spirit of Pentacles, King of Pentacles again. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Eight of Wands. The Devil. Wow. The Hierophant, which is the Sage, and the Five of Cups. I'm telling you, this person is in regret. That came out the other, yeah. They really regret whatever they said or they did. They really regret it. And it's coming from what they were taught. What they were taught, their belief system, whatever they were indoctrinated with. They're understanding now that this was toxic, that this was, it blinded them in some way. They did something that they now regret because of what they were taught. And I feel like it has something to do with finances. It has something to do, the Ten of Pentacles could also be their family. Their family could have taught them this. But if it's romantic, this person is committed already. Even if they're not together, this person is committed in heart and soul, body to this divine feminine. They don't want anyone else. Remember what the song said, no presence can replace yours. Of course not, there's an empress. So they don't want anyone else. They want to come to her. But I do feel like they still have to unlearn some things. They're in regret, but they still have trouble accepting anything different. So they're willing to accept her, but maybe not what she does or what her beliefs are. And as we know, a divine feminine isn't going to take anything less than full acceptance. But I will say this, with the Nine of Wands, they're not going to give up. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Movement of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. Two of Cups. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Six of Wands. The Naked Heart. Movement of Cups, Spirit of Cups. They may not realize this, but the Naked Heart is about somebody who's fully aligned with their purpose and their path, their destiny in life. Meeting this feminine is doing that to them. The fact that they now have her on a pedestal means that they're going to be more open to listening to what she says, more receptive. They're in a much softer energy. So their defenses are coming down. Let's put it that way. And in doing so, they will start aligning with their path, because that's one of the main reasons that they've met this feminine. So right now they're in a very passionate energy towards the feminine that we already saw, right? They're very attracted to her. They want to be in her life. They want to be a part of her growth. I'm not going to say that the feminine feels this way, but the Two of Cups usually indicates mutual emotion. So for some of you, it could indicate that this is what they want. And for others of you, this is where you're already at. This is somebody you also love. The Six of Wands, they already look up to this feminine, but they want the feminine to also look up to them. And they're going to fight for that, because the six in the movement of Wands is the Seven of Wands. So they're gonna do whatever they can, because she's already earned their respect. She's already earned their seeing her this way. So now they want to earn that. They want to get in touch with their path, because they want her to respect them. They want her to also look at them with admiration and all this deep emotion. Tell you about the Queen of Wands. Let's see. Got the Six of Cups, the Moon, the Innocence of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles, with Justice, Five of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups. So the fact that we have this giant globe here almost makes me think that she is their world now. This might be somebody who like hyper focuses on things, and now they're hyper focusing on her. They feel very lonely without her. They feel very, again, the song was talking about how no other presence replaces hers, right? So even if they have other people around them, even if they have other friends or other social connections, no connection can replace her. But with the Justice card, whatever they did, they're also aware that they created this scenario where she's not around them. She's not in their life. But they do see her as a unicorn. And it's interesting that it's a continuation, but it's giving us more details, I think, of the other collective. With the Moon, they're in this very like protective energy. which is interesting because they were scared of her initially. But as more time passes, they're realizing just because she's powerful, she doesn't abuse of that authority. And the more she does not abuse of that power, they want to protect her softness. They want to be the one that she's soft around. They want her to know she can be soft with them. But this is something they had to learn. So maybe this person didn't know how to accept softness in the past. Maybe this person didn't know how to accept that a woman could be both powerful and loving, both, intimidating and yet nurturing. Because honestly, when somebody describes a feminine energy as intimidating, it's usually has nothing to do with the feminine. It's telling you that that person feels less than the feminine. So that might have been why they lashed out, and they're realizing that. They're wanting to correct it. Like, I don't feel that way anymore. And to be able to fix that, they would have to rebalance the scales, which means their behavior would have to change for them to not come forward still in the energy of, oh, she's intimidating, because that would let them know that they still haven't changed. They would still create the same problem as before. Oh, let's see. Let's do the next row. Next row. The Ace of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Lovers. Oh. Okay. Hold on. The King of Wands. Wow. The Seven of Swords. Damn. I knew it. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Fool. The Nine of Pentacles. The Hanged Man. The Hierophant, yeah. This person's taking a leap of faith on this feminine. They love her independence. They love how that came out in the other collective, how resilient she is, how she's not the damsel in distress. She's not trying to play a victim. She has completely changed the way that they see feminine energy, the way that they see the occult, the way that they see darkness. She's changed the way they've seen a lot of things. So they want to come forward and they want to offer her something stable. They want to offer her something that, they want to grow together. The King of Cups, this person definitely has a soft spot for this feminine, but they have a soft spot for her because they know she would never abuse of that. She would never laugh at them for feeling soft emotions. She would never look down on them, degrade them, humiliate them. She would never do any of that. They know that with certainty. But that's because initially they were afraid of her. And maybe, I forgot to mention, for some, the fear that they had towards this feminine might have had more to do with, I don't want to fall in love, because maybe they've been around people who abused their power before. And so maybe their fear used to come from the place of this person will abuse it, especially if they see this person as powerful, or like this person has power over them. They would assume this person's going to abuse that power. And now they're realizing other people might, not this feminine. And so that's why they're in a much softer energy, because they feel like if there's anybody that would not abuse it, it would be this feminine. They would never take that lightly. They would never assume that makes this king soft. And it's making them realize that this is the feminine they want in their life. This is the person that they see as their lover. They're very passionate about this. Look at their eyes. They are lit up with passion for this feminine. They see her as the ultimate feminine energy. They find her desirable, yes, very sexy, because Queen of Wands, right? But not just that, they find her like this, the epitome. She's the epitome of feminine power. She's soft and yet undefeated. She's loving and nurturing, and yet you can't conquer her. So with the Seven of Swords, I have a feeling this person's going to, well, one, they've realized that they sabotaged the connection with her, right? But two, with the Seven of Swords, I feel like they're going to try, I don't know, I don't know why I'm getting sneak attack, but not against her, but almost like they're going to try and approach her in a more subtle way so that they can gauge how does she feel about them. Let's see. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. We get the Two of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Again, Ace of Pentacles. Movement of Swords. Naked Heart. Wow. Yeah, this person is very decided. They're very confident in their choice. They know that this is what they want. So they're going to move quite fast, actually. With the Naked Heart, they feel like she is part of their path. She is part of their purpose. They might even feel like they can't complete their purpose or their path without her. That's just like she's their other half. And I like that this has the pink and green because it's the heart chakra colors. Pink and green. And that's what they feel like. They might feel like they're more the earthy energy of love, while she's more the spiritual energy of love. And together they feel like we could make magic together. She's definitely healed a lot of wounds that they had. She's definitely changed their perception about feminine energy in general. A lot of things, honestly, but mainly feminine energy in general. So they want to invest. They want to be consistent. They want to show her that they're worth the investment. So it doesn't matter how much time or energy they have to invest into her. They're going to do it. Because in their mind, she's the one that's worth it. Tell me about the King of Cups. We've got the Ace of Cups, strength, innocence of, I'm telling you, I think that they're very, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. They're very intrigued by the fact that she can show up with this type of power, with this type of dark goddess energy, and yet still be full of innocence and playfulness and softness. They're very impressed with that. Spirit of Swords, which is the King of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Innocence of Swords. They've been watching this feminine. Something about, there it is, the Empress. They've been watching her, and whatever it is that she's getting them to question and understand, they feel burdened. Because in the other collective, we clearly saw that they did something that hurt her, right? And this is really weighing on them. They really feel like, I need to make this right. I need to fix this. I need to, just like she has changed their perception of her, they want to change her perception of them. And they're trying to figure out how to do that because their heart is very open. But you see this little octopus tentacle? Again, it's just reiterating the fact that they don't want to let go of her. Like a little octopus, they want to wrap around her because they feel like nobody in their life has ever had the power over them that this feminine has, but that's because nobody around them would ever be as careful with her power as this feminine is. She has really touched the inner child within them. She's awakened the part of them that knows that with her they're safe. She won't it just keeps coming back to that. That seems like the biggest lesson here, that she won't abuse of her power over them. She won't do things to humiliate or degrade them. She won't do things to teach them a lesson or be condescending. She's not that type of feminine. She's a divine feminine. And that itself might be a concept that they never used to believe. And now, for the first time ever, they genuinely believe in the concept of a divine feminine because of her. Because of her. That's beautiful. I love that. Let's look at the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. Oh. Okay. So, kind of messed these up. Sorry. Sorry, King of Wands and Nyx. Okay. So we've got Spirit of Cups again. King of Cups twice. Seven of Wands. Tell me about the Lovers. And the Five of Cups. Yeah. So the other collective was a little bit more vocal about what they did, right? Nine of Cups, Five of Swords, Tower. Whereas this collective is more telling us the effect her behavior had on them. Although the other one was kind of clear about that too. The other collective was more focused on the regret. And here it comes up again. But with the Nine of Cups, they genuinely see her as like she takes up all of their vision. They can't see anything outside of her. She's turning into their world. And with the Five of Swords, they're seriously realizing with the Tower here, it's been a massive realization that they might have done it as a self-defense mechanism. Whatever it is that they did, the realization is hitting them like, oh my God, I really did this because I was possibly, they might have, I don't know what they did, honestly, but whatever it is that they did, they feel like it was coming from a place of not believing in her authenticity, not believing in her integrity. And I'm telling you, King of Cups twice, this person is very much finally, I don't know why I just said finally, but they are definitely finally stepping into the gentle part of themselves. And it possibly came at a very high price. Because I think that they were very defensive with her. They were very possibly antagonistic with her. And now their heart is heavy because they realized she never abused of the power she had over them while they did. And so now they feel terrible because the very thing that they were afraid she would do, they did to her. And her response, her gentle response, her loving, maternal response just makes them feel worse. Guys, that's another meaning here. I need to find it. There's a biblical text. And I don't really, I'm not really a biblical person, but we'll quote it when it's necessary. Let's see. I'm going to write it in Spanish because I don't remember it in English. Okay, it's Proverbs 25:22. So let me look it up in English now. Proverbs 25. Well, some it's saying 21, so let's do 21 and 22. Okay, so yeah, Proverbs 25:21 and 22 says, if your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink, for you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. So they turned into her enemy. And her response was to be kind to them. Her response was to be generous and loving with them still. Maybe I still see her cutting them off. So it's not like she sat there taking whatever they did, but they expected an attack from her and she never responded in kind. They attacked her and they expected her to attack them and she never did. She just withdrew. So her being this, using her power wisely it's heaping hot coals, not only on top of their head, but in their heart. They're very uncomfortable because they expected, you know how I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I've had people who are very ugly or mean to me. And then when I don't respond that they want me, the way they want me to respond, they'll say things like, just hit me, just yell at me. That's what this person's like. If you would have just retaliated, I wouldn't feel as guilty. But you're not retaliating, and now they are very uncomfortable because they're realizing that they crossed lines. Lines that she's not willing to cross. She'll just walk away. But it's making them uncomfortable because I don't think that they've ever been dealt with this way. Clarify King of Wands. The universe, Heart of Swords. See? Tell me about the King of Wands. And oh, child. Oh, my God. Again, the Earth Mother, which is the Empress. The Three of Cups and the Innocence of Wands. I'm telling you, she keeps coming across with innocence. Like, again, she's showing up as a very powerful entity, a dark goddess. And yet, Innocence of Cups, Innocence of Wands. She radiates this. It's making them fascinated. This is very new to them. She's responding with this very gentle and yet clear message, because she's showing up as the Queen of Swords too. So they're not underestimating her power any longer. But it's like they're seeing another piece of it. Innocence again. 3 times the innocence. Innocence of Cups, Innocence of Pentacles, and Innocence of Wands. She has this, I want to say purity. I'm not big on using that word, but there's like this purity to her that they've never seen before. And it's making them it's lighting up a fire in them in multiple ways. One, they're finding her more and more attractive, but also it's making them want to match that. They can't stand the fact that in whatever conflict they had, they came out as the person that did wrong. They can't stand that. It's forcing them to level up. It's Saturn. She's teaching them a lesson without meaning to. It's not like she's setting out to, I'm going to teach this person to no. She's teaching them a lesson just by being herself. Just by the way she normally responds. They're learning from her, and it's I'm telling you, they are lit up. Every part of them is like they're seeing this as a challenge, because I think that this person, they did show up as an emperor in the other collective. They're used to being very, they're used to being the person that other people look up to. They're used to that. They're used to being the person in power. They're used to being the person in authority. I don't think they've ever been bested in a conflict like this. Usually they know how to rile people up. They know how to get people to respond to them. They're looking for a reaction, certain reactions. They can predict people's reactions. Not this queen, not this empress, not this divine feminine. And the fact that they cannot predict her reactions is fascinating to them, but it's teaching them. The reason that they can't predict is because they're expecting the worst. When they start expecting the best, then they can predict her actions, because it's not like she's some radical, unpredictable thing. It's alerting them to the fact that might be the realization that they're having, that they're always expecting the worst from her. And she does not show them that. She does not validate their expectations. On the contrary, she exceeds their expectations. So now with the Empress, they're truly, truly seeing her as a divine feminine. Twice. I'm telling you. And the other collective, she showed up as the High Priestess. So divine feminine, regardless of which card is coming out. Tell me about the Empress. Eight of Swords. Tell me about the Empress. Two of Cups. Nine of Cups. Four of Cups, Innocence of Swords, and the Hermit. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm getting a song. I think it's called Issues. Let's see. I believe it's Julia something. Yeah, Julia Michaels. So the song says, I'm jealous, I'm overzealous. When I'm down, I get real down. When I'm high, I don't come down. And I get angry. Baby, believe me, I could love you just like that, and I could leave you just as fast. But you don't judge me, because if you did, baby, I would judge you too. No, you don't judge me, because if you did, baby, I would judge you too. Because I got issues, but you got them too. So give them all to me, and I'll give mine to you. Bask in the glory of all our problems, because we got the kind of love it takes to solve them. Yeah, I got issues, and one of them is how bad I need you. It says, you do shit on purpose, you get mad and you break things, feel bad, try to fix things, but you're perfect, poorly wired circuit, and got hands like an ocean, push you out to pull you back in. And again, it's just the chorus of we got issues. Yeah, it just keeps repeating. So I'm going to say these two people are in love with each other, but they're realizing that just because she has love for them doesn't mean she's going to be a doormat for them. And not only that, but they're now sitting here in this energy of regret. Not only regret, but the Four of Cups is the one that got away, a missed opportunity. Page of Swords and the Hermit. They're seeing it. I'm telling you, she withdrew from them. The tortoise, I believe this is a tortoise, is retracting, right? It goes back into its shell. So the Eight of Swords and this is kind of confirming the fact that both people might be very, they don't let a lot of people close. And yet they let each other close, but the king was scared. I think the closeness scared them, and they did something to push her away. And now they want to pull her back in. She's like, no. You missed the chance. Which honestly tells me that they've possibly done this multiple times. And she's finally hit her limit. And so now they can just watch her from afar because she's not letting them near her again. That's why the regret is getting stronger. Because before they might have, the song said we've got the love, type of love that takes to fix the problem. Not anymore. They're seeing her as like they can't approach her. She won't let them near her anymore. Even though they know she cares for them and she might still love them. She's Nine of Cups. She's going to go off on her own. Empress energy. The song said, I could love you this bad and leave you just as fast. And that's what she just did. And I don't think they expected that. Because again, that's their fear. Their fear is that once you're attached, you can't detach. This person has power over you. They can mistreat you and you'll stay. No. She's teaching them, no, not this feminine. No, sir. No, ma'am. Because this could be a woman too, right? No. Not at all. This is the type of feminine that if you fuck up enough times, she's going to be the one that got away. Because she's not going to be sitting here taking this. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Six of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. On the other part of the song that keeps playing in my head right now is the part that says, I got issues and one of them is how bad I need you. Right now, they need her. That's how they want her back. And I don't think that they can do that. Tell about the Seven of Swords. At least they feel like they can't bring her back now. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. I'm telling you. They crossed one final line. Five of Swords and Five of Wands. This might have happened 5 times because they also have the Five of Cups here. It might have happened 5 times, or it might have, whatever they did, it was so bad that this Empress is not, it's not that she's not forgiving, because the Ace of Cups, and she's showing up with that gentle energy. She's probably forgiving them, but saying just because I forgive you doesn't mean they get permission back into her life. She's not allowing that. And they also know they deserve it. Justice card. They know that they earned this. It's making, this is burning a hole through their chest and through their head. They're not sure. They're not sure how to fix this. They're not even sure why they did this. Because now they feel like Why did I sabotage this? Seven of Swords. They sabotage this connection. So I do feel like they're trying to strategize because they feel like, how do you get close to a unicorn again? You don't give up. And now they're like, okay, maybe I can fix this. If I keep seeing this like this is a challenge, I have to level up, I have to improve, I have to do something. So right now they're trying to create a game plan. That's what they're trying to do. How do they get near this unicorn again? How do they win her heart over? How do they... It's not soften, because it's not like she's showing up in this harsh energy. She's just showing up in a very firm energy. Firm, but loving, right? Like, no, I understand, you're good. No problem here, but let's just go our separate ways. So they feel like a fool. And all they're trying to figure out now is how to fix this. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but I hope that this gave you some clarity and guidance. As usual, I look forward to your feedback, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.